Demonstrator from the Scenic Rim in Queensland, coming to you live on Wednesday morning, the 11th of September, with day 3 of my 12 days of crafting, Christmas crafting. So hopefully you've been enjoying the first couple of days of my Christmas crafting special that I'm doing. So I'm doing a 12 days of Christmas crafting. So I'm getting you all prepared, ready to go for your Christmas holiday, gift giving, card giving, ornament hanging, anything to do with Christmas, because I mean, put a number 1 there in the comments if you love Christmas crafting. It is definitely my one best of all time of the year to craft. It is definitely my favorite. So if it is your favorite time to craft, just drop a number 1 in the comments and let me know if Christmas is your favorite time of crafting. If you are not a Christmas crafter, drop a number 2 in the comments and let's see whether we've got any people that are coming and watching that are not Christmas crafters, because I will be very surprised if I see a number 2 in the comments, because we all know as crafters that Christmas crafting is an awesome, fun time. There's quite a few ones popping up in the comments, so thank you very much. I am sure that it is definitely my number 1, top of my list, most favorite time of the year to craft. So hello and welcome. So I can see I've got a couple of people from the United States on here. Now I'm going to ask you a question, because my daughter has asked me a question and I don't know how to answer it. So of course you all know that with Stampin' Up, I am number 2 demonstrator in Australia and I earn incentive trips. Now I need to say that 0.1% of demonstrators achieve this high level of achievement. So it's not a normal thing that everybody does. So I wanted to put that disclaimer out there. I do have it in the description of this video anyway to cover myself. But we are heading to Orlando next year. So my daughter, as some of you know that follow me, I went to Mexico for the incentive trip this year, and my youngest daughter comes along with me. And we actually spent a couple of days in Nashville on our way back, because we are country music lovers. We absolutely love country music. Type into the comments and let me know who's the country music lovers out there. Type a yes in the comments if you love country music. So I want to see quite a few yeses there in the comments. So of course, while we were in Nashville, we actually went and seen Morgan Wallen in concert. So some of the older folk may not know who Morgan Wallen is, but in Nashville, he is a very popular person as far as singing. He's a young country artist, and it was so wonderful to see him in concert. We went to Nissan Stadium and we absolutely loved the concert. It was a fantastic show. He had a packed stadium. It was night number 3 and he had 70,000, I think it was, every night for 3 nights. So that is huge concerts. Okay, so now for the people that are watching from the US, you may be able to help me out with this. So now we're heading to Orlando in 2025, in May 2025. And my youngest daughter has found out that there's another country artist that she loves. And she wants to know whether we're going to be anywhere in the vicinity of Washington to be able to go and see this country music artist that she likes. Now, our incentive trip finishes on the 18th of May. And so we were planning on heading to Las Vegas, and we were going to do the Grand Canyon, and we're going to do LA on our way home. And now she wants to see if she can incorporate this into our holiday, whether we're going to be over there. And the only place that is close and the only date that is close is May 22nd in Washington, D.C. So what I wanted to find out is, I know that Washington is close. We could fly from Orlando to Washington, but we are actually going to be in Vegas. Is it easy For the US people that are out there, you may be able to answer this question. Is it easy to fly from Vegas to Washington? Is there a direct flight from Vegas to Washington, or do we have to catch a couple of flights to actually get to Washington? Or would there be a direct flight from Vegas to Washington? So that is the question I want to ask, because I want to know whether we actually go to Washington first and then go to Vegas on our way home, or whether we could possibly go to Vegas, do a few things in Vegas, fly to Washington, do a couple of things in Washington, and then fly back home. So the LA, we could spend a couple of days in LA, because LA is normally we fly from LA back to Brisbane. So if there's anyone there from the US that can tell me, is there any direct flights from Vegas to Washington? So that is the one question that I need to ask. I know I probably just need to go to a travel agent and ask, but I thought there's people from the United States on here that might be able to tell me. So there's quite a few of you that love country music. So the problem with us here in Australia, we don't get a lot of American country music stars that come out here. And when we do, you can't get tickets. They book out so quickly, you can't get tickets. So we've decided to do it the other way around. I do need a travel agent, Carol. So we've decided to do it the other way around. And I mean, Leslie's on here. Leslie might be able to tell me. She might know, because Leslie used to be a travel agent. We've decided to do it the other way around. We've decided that when we go to America, that we will just fly around and see people in America while we're there. Depends what airline we use. So that's BPRE, okay, American Airlines. I know that that's what we normally fly on when we're over there, is American Airlines. But anyway, I'm just trying to find out whether there is actually Leslie's saying is that Los Angeles? What's IAD stand for, Leslie? I don't know what IAD stands for, but anyway, there are direct flights. Okay. Leslie's saying there's direct flights. So that sounds pretty good. Because what I was thinking was we could do our Vegas thing. We could then fly to Washington, check out. Hello. Well, there's someone. Donna, you're from Washington. Tell me, can we fly directly from Vegas to Washington? Can we do that? United fly direct. Okay. Leslie's on the ball. Leslie used to be a travel agent. United fly direct. Okay. So yeah, no, I was thinking that. I know that. Leslie's saying that they're airport codes, which, because when you're a travel agent, you know all those things. Okay, so it could be possible. I'm just gonna have to check that out, because we only really have to fly there and be there for one night, and then fly back to LA and come home. So you can fly direct with American Airlines as well. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, thank you. You're not sure. Maybe a stop in Denver. Okay. Yeah. All right. Because I sort of don't really want to be jumping on and off planes. If there was a direct flight, then I'm like, maybe if there was a direct flight, I think maybe we could do it. But if there's not a direct flight, then maybe we couldn't. And then I think to myself, if she wants to see this person so bad, then maybe she needs to fork out the money for the flights. Just saying. I mean, like, I'm getting her over there on my incentive trip and getting her back home again. So, maybe she could shout her dear old mama flight to go from there if she wants to see this person so bad. Anyway, all good. And it's a female country artist this time. So I might be interested. I might have to check out the songs and see if I fall in love with the artist first, to see if it's worthwhile flying for a direct flight. Anyway, let's get to crafting. So 4.5 hours direct flight. Okay. So let's get to crafting. So hopefully you've been catching my 12 days of Christmas. I'm not going to get into my spiel of everything that I've got going on. You all know I've got card buffet happening and retreat happening. Where is Washington? Didn't you just say, Donna? Oh, is there two different Washingtons? Is there? Hang on. Let me see what it said. Is there two different Washingtons, or is there just one? Tell me. I'm showing my ignorance now, because I'm not a very worldly travel person. So it is Washington, D.C. Yep, Washington, D.C. That's what it says. That's the only one. Or, oh, I don't even know what that place is. Uncaseville, CT, Uncaseville. I don't even know what that Uncasville, CT. Don't know where that is. Anyway, they're the two dates that we could possibly do something. There's Washington and Washington, D.C. It's Washington, D.C. Okay. All right. Anyway, we will have to check that out. I'll need to go to a travel agent and see if it's possible. To and for anyone that's over there in America, Connecticut is CT. Okay. The other place is in Connecticut. I don't even know whether Connecticut's anywhere where near we are. I have no idea. But thank you anyway for all the help. All right, let's get to crafting, people. All right, so I just thought while I've got you all on here, Washington is on the West Coast. Yeah. Okay, so these are the couple of things that we've already done in our 12 days of Christmas crafting. This was the first one that we did, was one of those cute little book treat boxes. And it is super, super cute. So we've decorated a cute little treat box there. And then yesterday we actually did these gorgeous ornaments. Now we actually paired it up with the beautiful dies and sentiments out of another set to actually make it okay, it's New York. Okay. Yep. Okay. And we weren't heading in that direction. I mean, like we physically were heading in the opposite direction. But anyway, it's wonderful, isn't it? These young kids, they don't understand the difference and the travel time. So there we have some of those gorgeous, this is a kit that we have. So if you missed that yesterday, I did struggle because I was using a glue gun and I don't normally use a glue gun in my crafting, so that's why I was struggling yesterday with these. But you will need a glue gun to be able to put these ornaments together. But this is a new kit that we have, which is absolutely gorgeous. You get everything in the kit ready to go. All you actually need is a glue gun to be able to glue on your little pine cones and things. But it's simply stunning. And I did put that heading on there, the Merry Christmas, from the other set that we had yesterday, which I've put them away. But it's in the Seasons of Elegance suite, is this sentiment step here. Sentiment set. So that's what we've done so far. So today we're actually going to do another Christmas crafting project, and we're actually going to be using the Seasons of Gold designer series paper, vellum, and we're going to be using some of the gorgeous stamps and dies and things from that set. And we're going to create a fun fold card, because who loves fun folds? I mean, we all love fun folds, don't we? So I've just got some of the products here. Now I've got a list of everything that I'm using in the description, but I did put in there that I was going to use the cherry cobbler and pearl embellishments, but I can't find my pack of cherry cobbler and pearl embellishments, and I have no idea. I know I ordered them because I ordered the whole suite, but I have no idea where they've gone. They're physically disappeared out of my craft room. But anyway, so we have the Golden Greenery stamps. I'm not going to use the stamps today from the Golden Greenery, but I will show you the dies and the reason why I've got this as a part of the supplies list, because I'm going to show you what we can do with the dies. We're also going to be using the Greetings of the Season, which goes with this suite. Now, this is an online exclusive. So for the people that don't know about, for the people that work out of catalogs and aren't computer people, that they don't look at our online store, we have online exclusives that come out every 2 months, which is really, really, is it every 2 months or every 3 months? Which is really, really exciting, because it while we've got great catalogs and things, they're coming out with things every couple of months for us to keep us excited with our crafting. So this is actually an online suite. So you actually won't find it in a catalog, but you will find it in our online store. And I actually have popped I've popped the link for the whole suite down in the show more box on YouTube, and also in the description of the video on Facebook, for you to be able to purchase these items, because I'm telling you, this suite is absolutely stunning. It's been around for a while, but we absolutely have some gorgeous products. So I wanted to play around with this, and I wanted to show you a quick, easy, fun fold card today, which is what I call a bendy card. Now, the bendy cards are super easy to do. And I'm going to show you. Have a great flight, Suzanne. I'm sure you're going to have a lovely time. So Suzanne is one of my team members, and she's going down to Victoria, isn't it, Suzanne, to visit her sister. And they're going to craft together. So you need to check her out on her Facebook page, because she's going to craft with her sister. Well, we hope, fingers crossed, everything goes well and she can craft with her sister. All right, so what I decided to do was show you how to create this gorgeous bendy card. So I'm actually going to use, I've got a combination of Old Olive and Mossy Meadow cardstock. So I've got that out ready to go. I've also got the gorgeous papers. So there's 2 lots of papers that come with this suite. So we have the vellum, and we also have the designer series paper as well. So there's a couple of different lots of paper. I've got some things already cut out here that will save us a little bit of time, but I just want to show you with the dies what you can do. And we may just cut out a few. So I've decided that the color combination, as you can see, Mossy Meadow and Old Olive goes with it really, really well. I've got some gold, because I'm sure I'm probably going to cut something out with some gold. I've already used this paper and love this paper. So I'm actually probably going to use this spotty paper as something, or maybe even that. I don't know. I'm still working my way through it. But I just wanted to show you some of this, because I've got a pack of this here. I've got everything mixed in together because I absolutely had a lovely time with this. We've got beautiful vellum sheets as well with the gold accents. So that's a different set of vellum. Oh, my vellums aren't all in here. Hang on. We'll have to show this vellum one here, because I've used a fair bit of these. There it is there. I've used a fair bit of these. So I've just got a combination. So we've got our vellum here. We've got white vellum as well in this pack. And then you've got these gorgeous. Okay, so what I wanted to show you is the dies out of this set here. Morning, Crystal. Lovely to see you. Welcome. So the dies out of this set here, we have that die and we have that die. Okay. They will cut out, as you can see, they will cut out our shapes out of that. They will also cut out, hang on, I've got another one in here. That one there. They will also cut out these printed images on our paper as well. So you can see here, this one cuts out this one here, and this one cuts out this one here. So you can physically use this as a background piece of paper, or you can use your dies and cut out all of these gorgeous pre-printed things. So I'm going to show you that with minimal stamping, we can create a fun fold card with minimal stamping. So that's okay, Sue. Doesn't matter. I've only just got started. So feeling a little nervous. Oh, it's Adelaide. That's right. You'll be fine, Suzanne. You'll be fine. You'll have a lovely time. All right. So I might keep that piece of paper out, and we might cut out a few more pieces out of that one. I think we'll leave this one. We could cut out a few pieces. So you can see here, I've got some bits and pieces that I've used. So we'll just pull out those pieces. We might cut a few pieces out of that. So it's gorgeous paper. I wanted to, hang on, I'll show you through this one here. So this is the gorgeous Forget about this gold one, but this is the gorgeous paper, and it's got different patterns on the back side. So you can see that's the spotty pattern there. We've got gold with just green on the back. We've got the gorgeous bells, and the bell die will cut out the bells as well. And then we've got gorgeous check on the back. Oh, I might actually use some of that check. I like that color. And then you've got gold here again. I've got paper here galore. Gold with that green on the back. We've got more gold stars, green on the back. All right, I think I'm going to use this one. I like that. Right, let's remove some of this paper out of the way so I can see on my desk. And I could use that. I don't know. I've got a combination of things here. We've got my dies here ready to go. So let's start running some of these through. So when I actually cut out with the dies, there's my 3 dies. When I cut out with the dies, I actually just cut around the shapes so that I can cut them out. So you can see here, I can cut out that full one there and that full one there. But don't discard ones that are these pieces here, because they can still tuck in behind places as well. And what I normally do is when I've got a couple that I could cut out full ones, I just cut around like this so that you can fit them on your die cutting machine, on your cut and emboss, without taking up too much room. So we could cut out those 2 there. Okay, let's put the rest aside. I like these ones here. We've got a full one here, so let's cut out that full one there. Right there. Okay, let's cut out some out of, well, we can cut those 2 full ones out too, if we like. Or there's 3 full ones there. Okay, so I'm just going to cut out quite a few, and then we'll work out what we're going to use as the embellishment. All right, now I want to cut a piece of this. Let's go up through here. I just want to go up through here. We might, we'll go that way. And I want to get one of these green ones here. Okay, so let's just go that way. All right. So you can see all I do is cut so you can get full pieces here. Okay, and I'll pop that aside. All right. Let's bring in the die cutting machine and we'll cut some of those out so we know what we're doing. All right, we'll bring in the cut and emboss. And we will pop that one on there. We can cut out, oh, I went very close to that one there, but it's okay. We will deal with it. We'll cut that one out there. So let's pop a little bit of washi on there. That one there. Let's see. I can't fit that one in there, but I can fit it there. Okay, so let's pop some washi on that one. And I can probably fit the other pine needle one. Oh, there's a piece there. Okay, so let's pop some washi on there. And I can probably fit the other die on here. Look at that. And we can cut the 3 out all together. Oh, so you haven't been there in 11 years, Suzanne. So, well, that'll be different, won't it? A lot happens in 11 years. I know even just with my hometown, I go home now and I feel like it's just a totally different place to when I lived there. And I've only been gone for 2 years. So there you go. All right, so let's run those through. So this paper is gorgeous because, as I said, if you're not a confident stamper, you can physically buy this paper and just die cut them out with the dies, and you don't have to do any stamping. So I wanted to show you that you can get a gorgeous card without even having to, I mean, I am going to probably stamp a sentiment on the inside or on the back side, but okay, so we've got that. We might leave that. I think we've got enough of those. Let's cut out a couple of these vellum ones. And then I think I might, there is actually another die in the set that we might cut out some gold accents, because it's nice to have a bit of gold happening on this card. You will have a lovely time, Suzanne. I'm sure of it. And it'd be nice to be catching up with your sister. Okay, there. And we'll cut this one out here. And I think that will do me. I think I've got way enough die cut pieces for what we need to do. Okay. All right. So we've got some die cut pieces. And I'll pop them aside. I might bring in the die cutting. Oh, no, we might actually just do a couple of, while we've got the die cutting, while we've got the cut and emboss out, we might cut some gold pieces. Got some gold here. So let's grab our die set again. And oh, we could do one of those, and we could do probably a couple of these. Okay, so let's try that. That'll give us a little bit of gold bling. And I'm probably going to cut this big gold one. Maybe I'll cut it apart. I don't know. We will see. She's got a bottle of bubbles in the fridge. Well, watch out. Could be an interesting live video if you've had a bit of bubbly. All right. Oh, look at those. Aren't they just pretty? I mean, a bit of gold. Whoa. A bit of gold. That one went flying. A bit of gold when you are crafting, just to add an accent, is really nice. It just takes the project to a whole different level of bling. All right, let's put them all away. Let's grab this one off. I love this one. Love this one. Look at that. All right, let's pop that out of the way. We'll probably need it back in a little while. Oops, put that die away so I don't lose it. We'll probably need it back in a little while because we're going to add a sentiment label on, and we might use that. All right, so let's get to the basics of this card. All right, so the first thing what I want to do is I want to do a card base that is 5 3/4 by 4 inches, and that's just going to be the base of this card, and we're going to fold that in half. So let's cut that at 4 inches that way. Now it will already be 5 3/4 because that was a card base. Yes, I'm going to fold this in half. You're going to look at this and go, that's a tiny card, but you're going to understand here in a minute when you see what I do. So I'm going to fold that in half, and I'll just take my bone folder to crease that. Okay, so that is our card base. All right, now I'm going to cut a couple of pieces of Mossy Meadow. Now let's measure what we have here on that folded section. We have it It is 2 7/8. So let's do 2 3/4, 2 3/4, 2 3/4 by 3 7/8 and 3 7/8. You're going to understand this in a minute when you see it. Yeah. Okay. So that and that is going to be the right size for there and the right size for there, correct? So let's cut another one of those. So we did that 2 3/4. So we'll go again at 2 3/4 and 3 7/8. We'll do two more. That and that. Okay, so we've got 4 pieces the same size. So 2 for that side, 2 for that side. Okay. Now we're going to choose. Now, what pattern do you think we should do? Do you think we should do this one in the background or this one? I'm actually thinking probably, or even we could do the spots. I'm thinking we need something plain because this is going to be a bendy card. So we're going to have like the bendy part across the front. So we're going to need to not have too much take away from the focus of our gorgeous die cuts. So it's either going to be this checkered piece or the spotty piece. So type it into the comment, the check or the spots. So type into the comments and we will have a bit of a vote on whether we're going to do checks in the background or spots. So we've got plaid. Okay, we'll call it plaid. Deb's calling it plaid, so we'll call it plaid. So plaid or spots? We've got 1 for plaid so far. 2 for plaid, 3 for plaid. No one's voting spot. Oh, 1 for spots, 4 for plaid, 1 for spots, 2 for spots, 4 for plaid, 2 for spots, 3 for spots, 4 for spots. It's even. Oh, plaid is it. Plaid got it. Margaret, you were the decider vote. All right, so we did those 2 3/4. So what we might do is we might do spots on the back and plaid on the front, maybe. I don't know. So we did that 2 3/4. So I'm going to do it 2 7/8. And then we're going to, we'll do it all plaid. And it was 3 7/8. So let's do 3 3/4, 3 3/4. 3 3/4, and am I right here? Yes. Okay, and we need one more piece. So it was 2 7/8. So I did what did I do that? 2 3/4. That's right. 2 3/4. Is that what I did it? Please tell me that's what I did it. Yeah. Oh no. We did it. Hang on. This was 2 3. 2 5/8. Did I do that? 2 5/8. Yes. Okay. So 2 5/8. I mucked up. 2 5/8. And the other way was 3 3/4. 3 3/4. Pouring with rain up there? Really, Lorraine? Beautiful and sunny here, but we had 2 storms last night. So we got a fair bit of rain yesterday. Well, not last night, yesterday afternoon, more or less. All right. So we have all of these pieces. And that one there. Okay, so we've got all of those pieces. So we've got 4 each of those pieces. We've got our card base. The next thing is we need to do a bendy piece that's going to go across here. So I've got that at 5 3/4. So I'm assuming that I'm going to add 3/4 of an inch on each side. So that's 1 1/2. So that's 5 3/4, 6 3/4, 7 1/4. I need a piece 7 1/4 inches long. So we're going to do 1 inch. 1 inch by 7 1/4. 7 1/4. And we're going to take a like that. Okay, and we are going to score each end of this at 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to do 3/4 of an inch there. Turn it around the other way, 3/4 of an inch there. Yep. Okay. And we are going to bend those. Okay, so we've got a piece there that is 5 3/4 inches, which the 5 3/4 inches is the whole width of our card base. 5 3/4 inches. And then what's actually going to happen is once we glue this and we bend it, we're going to get that bendy card. Glad I can work it out. Oh, sorry. Are you talking to Julie? Oh, okay. All right. So we're going to do that. So now what I want to do is I want to adhere these pieces together. So let's grab all of our designer series paper and pop that onto our Mossy Meadow pieces. Like so. We've got that one. This one. Whoa, nearly lost it. Oh, and the dogs are barking again. There must be someone in the neighborhood. And this one. I don't need a watchdog because I have the neighbor's dogs letting me know there's someone around. That one. Okay. And the last one. All right. Please feel free to share this video onto your social media so other friends of yours can come and join us and join in on the Christmas fun here. All right. So we've got that happening there. So we've got our 4 pieces there. I'm actually on the back. I'm going to cut a little smaller piece on the back that, let me see. What have I got? I've got 2 3/4 inches. We might do one that is 2 1/2 inches by 3 1/2. Let's do 2 1/2 by 3 1/2 in basic white for the back. So let's grab some basic white. Now you may say that Very Vanilla would go with this. Actually, you know, I am going to use Very Vanilla on the back. The reason I'm a bit, the jury's out on this one because even though we have Very Vanilla in some of this pattern in here, in our embellishments, you can see it's basic white. Okay, so the jury is out. Do you put basic white with it? Do you put Very Vanilla with it? What do you think? Now I know that basic white on that would look really white. That's Very Vanilla that we've got there. Now the jury's out on this. I'm at a loss. Do we use Very Vanilla with it or do we use basic white? Tell me what your thoughts are. Because we have basic white in the background of our die cuts and we have Very Vanilla in the background of the paper. No, I don't think Theo would like it if I had a dog. Okay, Deborah's saying use Very Vanilla with it. Leslie's saying use Very Vanilla. Julie's saying Very Vanilla. I'm definitely going to use vanilla on the back. Merlin saying either. Well, you could use either because there is the white in the embellishment. So What did I say? 2.5 by 3.5, didn't I? 2.5 by 3.5. And I'm only going to do this for the back. I'm not going to do it for the front. Okay. So I've got a couple of pieces for the back. That's the most amazing thing about being in Donna's team. Everyone helps and encourages everyone else. Yes, Lorraine, that is so true. So Lorraine's trying to get set up to do some videos. So Suzanne, who is on my team also, helped her out with trying to get it set up. All right. So we've got 2 pieces for the back, and that's fine for the back, and we'll do a little bit of stamping on that. Now let's get our embellishments here, because we've got so many embellishments here, and I've got to work out what I'm going to do with these embellishments. So we've got some gorgeous different tones here. We've got some vellum. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it on one side so that, actually, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it right in the middle. So we're going to do a big embellishment right in the middle. So let's grab all of these together. Now I did need, and I don't know whether I've got it here, I need my stapler so that I can do the stapling trick. Let me see if this one's going to work. That one's got some staples in it, so that one will work. All right. So we're just going to arrange this like a bunch of flowers, more or less. So I definitely want my gold bit to be towards the back. And then I'm going to add, we might add one of those there and one of those there. I like this piece here. And we have another piece like that there. Okay, we have some of these gold prongs, which we might pop them maybe in behind. I want to keep it fairly uniformed. And this one here. And I don't know, maybe, do we need one of these? Maybe this one in here or there. So all I'm doing is creating like a bunch of embellishments. We might pop this one down here. Oh, I think that one finishes it off. Okay, so we've got a bunch of embellishments. So can you see that? Just a bunch of embellishments. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to staple. Yep. Just going to grab my stapler. I'm going to pop a couple of staples in around there. You don't have to panic because I'm going to cover these up. And bam, we have our embellishment ready to go. Now, I learned this trick from my lovely friend Kayla Renee, because Kayla is such a beautiful designer, and I learned that trick, and it was so easy to be able to do that. And then our embellishments can all stay in place. Another thing that I like to do too is actually on the back, just run a little bit of double-sided tape on the back, just in case there's some bits that want to go a little bit AWOL and fall out or do whatever they want to do. I like to just pop a little bit of tape just on the back, just to make sure you're catching those bits and they're all going to stay in place. Okay, no one's going to see it. It's going to be on the back, so no one's going to see that, but it just holds it in place a little bit better. Okay, so we've got a gorgeous design there. All right, so now what I want to do is this bendy piece here is going to hide in under these pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to glue that down, and then I'm going to slide these other pieces in behind. Okay, I'm not going to put anything on there, or could I? I could do something. I'm going to do something. watch out. I'm going to do something here. I've got this gorgeous, very vanilla satin ribbon that goes with this set, which is really, really stunning. It's a part of the suite. This beautiful, beautiful satin ribbon. We could possibly do, oh yes, it's getting better. We could do the satin ribbon on there. I'm going to do that. So I'm actually going to add a little bit of Seal Plus on the back here, which is here. I'm going to add my ribbon on and tuck it around. Now, the secret tip to adding ribbon onto things like this is that you hide your ribbon workings in behind. So the secret tip to this is we can do this and we can wrap it around and we can add it on behind here and no one's even going to know that that's where the end of the ribbon is. So let's cut that off. Okay. So we've now got a gorgeous bit of ribbon on that front piece. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add Seal Plus over the top of that and over the top of that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to lay this flat and we're actually going to line that up down the bottom of our card. It's going to be level with the edges of our card. And we are going to glue that down like so. Okay, so like that. I do need to trim that bit of ribbon off because you can see that bit of ribbon and we don't want to, well, we're not going to see it. It's going to be in underneath, but I'm just going to trim it off anyway. Okay, so we've got our bendy piece of the front of the card and we've got that gorgeous ribbon strip on the front. Okay, now the next thing what I want to do is I'm actually going to staple this onto that bendy part when we go to decorate. So now I'm going to add these pieces inside. So we're going to add a piece in there and a piece in there. Can you see this card coming together? So a piece in there and a piece in there. Now the best way to do this is with your liquid glue because you've got the wiggle room. You'll be able to wiggle them around to where you need it to be. All right. Add some glue onto there. And I'm nearly due to get a new glue out. I've got a new glue sitting here, but, you know, we've still got to use the remainder bit that's still in there. Isn't it amazing how far this Tombow glue goes when you think you're nearly out and it just keeps going and going and going. All right, so we're going to slide that in there. So it's as simple as that. It's going to then hide the workings of that bendy piece that we've got going over the top. Okay, add a bit of liquid glue onto this one. If I can get my glue to come out. I'm telling you, there's still glue in there. You may think it's empty, but it's still coming out. It just goes on and on and on. All right, so we're going to slide this one in here. And with that wiggle room, we can wiggle it around and get it exactly where it needs to be. So there is the base of our card. So it's looking gorgeous already. There's the base of our card. Now this card is actually going to go flat and it's going to go in an envelope. You're all going to say, how's that going to go in an envelope? But it is going to go in an envelope because it's actually going to fold out flat like that. Okay. All right. So we've got that. Now for these back pieces, I think we need to do a little bit of stamping on these back pieces. Now we've got some gorgeous sentiments here. I like this one here. May your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. And we might do it's the most wonderful time of the year. And then we might just do Merry Christmas on the front. Just a little Merry Christmas on the front. Or a season's greetings. Oh, we could do season's greetings. I've got to look at what dies we've got in this. So this is a lovely sentiment set. And I'm going to look at what dies we've got because we've got to look at what's going to sit really nicely on that. Now, they're all tag dies. I'm thinking, let's grab these sentiments out. So this one, the large one, we're going to do on the back. So let's sit that one on there. We're going to do that one on there. We're also going to do It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year on the other vanilla one there. Okay, so we've got those two on there. We've got that sorted. At the back. Okay, now we need to work out the front with these dies, because we've got to work out something that we can put over the top here. Let me see. What's that one say? Season's Greetings. We could do Season's Greetings. This one here. And it could possibly go on. Will it fit this one? Let me see if it will fit this one. Will it fit in there? It will fit in there. Okay, so we could do Season's Greetings and have that go over the top. No, I feel like I want to do something littler. Let's do this one. I'm probably not even going to use one of these. We could do Merry Christmas going across there. Merry Christmas going across there, because this is going to sit on the front here like this. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do Merry Christmas going across there. I'm going to do those ones there. All right, so let's put those ones away. We might use that little die there for it. And we'll grab Merry Christmas. All right. And that's out of the Greetings of the Season. Bless me. Sorry. Bit of a sneeze. All right, so let's pop that back in there so I don't lose them. All right, let's get this stamping happening. So for these ones here, I think I'm just going to do Old Olive stamping. Will that one fit onto that block? Yes, it will. Okay, let's do that. Let's grab this one. Where are you going to write? I mean, honestly, I'm doing this because you don't have to stamp this all on the back. I'm doing it because I'm a person of very little words. So we can do that, and you can write around it. We could possibly put these on the inside, and you could do more on the back. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. I'm actually going to just do this on the back, and yeah, put it with someone's gift, and I don't have to write anything on it. I'm not one for writing a big, massive story, so let me not lose these stamps. All right, so let's ink up this one. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There's a fair bit of room to write here, top and bottom. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Like so. And then this one we'll ink up with our Old Olive. And I think my Old Olive needs re-inking badly. Okay. And we'll pop that one there. The card's going to do all the talking for me, Lynn. Okay, may your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheer. Now, I need a piece of vanilla, which we'll do it here. We need to line up that one there. We need to line up this Merry Christmas. Let's pop them down here on our... Pop it down there so we get them lined up nice and straight. I'm going to stamp this on a scrap to make sure I've got it nice and straight. All I'm doing is lining it up on my grid. Okay. I think I've got it straight. So let's line them up. Let's stamp them and see what they look like. We'll do those in our old olive as well. And I'll stamp it down towards the bottom here. And we'll cut it with our little trimmer. Merry Christmas. Got that pretty straight. Not bad, if I do say so myself. You know, you're all worried about where I'm going to write on it, and I'm actually not going to write on it, so it's all good. When you're making your own card, if you want to stamp on one side and not the other, totally up to you. All right. Okay. All right, we will cut this and trim it down. If I had a little scrap, I would have done it on a little scrap. But we might line that up there like that. No, I feel like I need it a bit further over. There we go. Merry Christmas. The script, yeah, and the stamp is gorgeous. I agree. And then I think also too, then having just the block letters is really nice as well. I mean, we could have cut that with the die if we wanted to. I just don't want the tag on the end. I just don't want the little hole on the end. So I decided to just do it that way. But you could use, that would definitely fit into that die. Let's pop that one back in there so we don't lose it. All right, so as I said, I'm going to staple this one on so it stays nice and steady for us. We will adhere these to the back. Yes, well, it's the dog that's I'm going to get the new glue. That one's driving me insane. Time to break open the new glue. When I start shaking my hand off trying to get the new glue, the glue out, it's time to get the new glue. Okay, so let's do that on that one. There, like that. Cute. And then this one. Now, liquid Tombow, you don't need to use a lot. People overuse this liquid Tombow. And if you notice, I always put it in about 1/4 of an inch from the edge because it is actually going to squeeze. When you maneuver it and squeeze it and push it around, it is actually going to squeeze out towards the edge. If you glue right out to the edge, if you run your glue right around the outside edge, as soon as you put it onto your project and you push it down, it's going to ooze out the sides. Now, the people that say to me, I struggle with that liquid glue, it's because you're using too much of it and you're actually putting it too close to the edge. So a lot of people always say to me, but you're not gluing to the edge. As soon as you move that around, it's going to squish out to the edge anyway. So always go in about 1/4 of an inch from the edge of my cardstock, and I just run a fine line all the way around. Then when you wiggle it around, it will actually move out onto the edge of that cardstock. All right, so we have that. Now I'm going to see if I can staple this onto here. And I'm probably going to cut off that bottom. I'm probably going to cut off the bottom stems because I've put that right at the bottom anyway. Whoops. Here we go. I'm all fingers and thumbs again. Let's hold that there. Okay, so we're going to staple that onto there. There we go. Okay, so we've got it stapled on. Gorgeous. It's going to sit up nice for us. I'm just going to trim off just the bottom of those stems, not a lot, just the very bottoms of those. Okay. So then when it actually folds out, it will sit nicely and sit up for us. Gorgeous. All right. Now, our Merry Christmas is going to go on here, and I'm also going to put a bow here that's going to go over my staples. All right, so the Merry Christmas I'm going to pop up on some dimensionals. So I always like to, when I've got a long strip like this for a sentiment, I like to use the edges of my dimensionals to pop up that sentiment strip, because it's long and it's solid, all in one piece, and it pops it up really well. So we're going to pop up that sentiment on the front there. Okay, I'm going to pop that right there like that. Of course, I'm going to tie a gorgeous bow. Let's pop these bits on the back. Whoa. Did you see? I was nearly going to put the glue on the wrong side. I was too busy looking up at the comments. You could just write, love Donna. Exactly. Exactly. I'm agreeing with you, Marilyn. Exactly. I might do that one this side. And I'll do this one the other side. No. No. Yes, too late. All right. I don't think it matters with either of these sayings which way you would want to put it. It's the most wonderful time of the year. May your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. And then Merry Christmas on the front. Okay, so we need to bling it up a bit, people, don't we? I mean, I'm sure that we need a bit of bling. So I'm going to tie a gorgeous bow with this ribbon. This ribbon is so pretty to tie a bow with. It's thick and satiny, and I don't know. You get a gorgeous satin ribbon and it's like butter to tie a bow with. I love, love, love a ribbon like this to tie a bow. It's like, even when you're organizing your bow, it's so smooth as you're pulling it through. It's so smooth. I did see you going to write on right side, my heart skipped a beat. I did see you going on right side. My heart skipped a beat. Can't believe you would be lost for words on a card. Me, Sue? I mean, my thoughts, honestly, my thoughts are the card does all the talking for you. I mean, you make a gorgeous card. Doesn't the card do all the talking for you? Because a card in itself is the nicest gift I think you can ever give somebody. And of course, I'm now using scissors that I could have had a better pair. There we go. We've got that done anyway. All right, so we've got a gorgeous ribbon. And we're going to pop that down the very bottom, which I think is super cute. We could probably pop Merry Christmas up a little bit more. Hang on. Am I going to ruin this? No. It needs to be popped up a little bit higher to add a little bit more room for our ribbon, our bow. There. Are you all cringing at me pulling up this Merry Christmas? There we go. Okay, let's pop it up just a little bit higher, just to give our bow a little bit more room to move. Okay, just a little bit more room to move. Looks super cute. That is such a bad cutting of the ribbon. But anyway, we can't do much about that. We will then glue our bow on with some glue dots. It's a fairly chunky bow because the ribbon is quite thick. But, you know, on a card like this, you're going to cringing, but I can do it. There we go. Look at that. I think it's just gorgeous. Now, we could possibly, if we wanted to, pop a little bit more embellishments up in this top part if we wanted to, just to add a little bit more, but I think it's looking quite okay the way it is. we will just grab some of the gorgeous, I had my embellishments here ready to go. Where did I put them? I had my gorgeous Drucy. Anyway, we might use these ones. Let's use these. These are called the Neutrals Adhesive Backed Sequins. Oh no, here's my Drucy ones. No, I want to use the Drucy ones because these are my favorites. All right, so let's pop some of these around. This is just going to take it to the level it needs to be. We'll pop some on there. We'll pop some down here and some up there. See, once you pop the embellishments around, whoa, I've disappeared off the screen here on my computer, but there we go. I'm still here. So once you pop the embellishments on, doesn't that just take it to a whole new level? And then, of course, you all know me. What's my other nickname? Winky. Out comes the wink. Oh, that one's good. Okay, let's spritz it with a bit of Wink of Stella. Little bit of wink. There. And on the back. And there you have it. A gorgeous fun fold bendy card. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's very hard to show you how beautiful this is. We could have probably popped this up a little bit further up the top and made it more in the middle. But I mean, who wouldn't love to have that sitting on their mantelpiece? Hang on, we'll turn the video around. Let's go back up to here. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? So once you sit it out on the mantelpiece, it's going to look gorgeous. Just saying. Wow card, Temmie. Hey, how you going, Temmie? But look at that. Easy fun fold. Folds flat will go into an envelope. You've got the gorgeous sayings on the back, and it would sit perfectly on someone's mantle like that. So hopefully you enjoyed that fun crafty session today in my third day of my 12 days of Christmas. Now, you want to be back here at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning to see another fun crafty Christmas present. Thank you. It's definitely a wow card. Thank you. Give me the thumbs up. Hit that like button, share this video, make sure you have subscribed to my YouTube channel or liked and followed my business page on Facebook. Any of the products that I have used today can be purchased, and down in the show more box down below on YouTube, you'll find all the links to all of the products that I've used. If you are on Facebook, it is in the description of this video, my supplies list. Any orders, large or small, will help me work my way towards my 300,000 career to date sales, CSV that is. So that's more than that in our Australian money. Just need to say, I need to work it out one day how much it is in Australian money, how much it is. But I'm so close. You know, I'm hopefully going to achieve that this month. So any orders would be really appreciated. So if you love any of those products, please make sure you jump onto my online store, use the host code, and purchase any of your crafting products. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching today, and I will see you all again tomorrow at 9 a.m. in the morning for another live crafty session in my 12 Days of Christmas series. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out with me.